welcome to Tom's crib. We're gonna hit the floor running.
Which one?
We were just talking about.
God damn it!
There's a whole
Yeah,
bunch of
but-
these small gyms turning up,
It might be.
and they're basically designed to keep people who really don't work out comfortable in a workout situation. And there's these great videos online of people just trolling like Planet Fitness and LA Fitness. There's actually videos of Kali Muscle working out. You know who Kali Muscle is, right? He's just he's a black guy, huge black guy. He's a professional bodybuilder. He's in a lot of videos. Like there was a Geico video where they were like happier than a bodybuilder directing traffic. That was Kali Muscle.
Okay.
And he's actually in LA Fitness, and he's working out, and they actually come up to him and complain. They call the police and everything, like, stop, you can't go out in the gym. It's like, if you're working out and you're working out right, there's gonna be some grunt involved, you know what I mean? But they actually, wind up kicking him out of the gym.
I missed
He
it.
did the chalk.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
What's the name of that guy? I don't want to put it down.
Peace out, bye.
Peace out, bye.
Peace out, bye?
Yeah, BYE.
Oh, BYE, yeah, this is one guy, he just goes in and he fucking drills the shit.
He's doing it.
It's so funny.
Slamming the weights on the floor.
Yeah, because they hate that.
Planet Fitness is a ripoff.
I mean, they have a lot of, when we went, they had the squat machines and everything. You know, they took all those out.
Well,
They said that they intimidated a lot of people, and the company as a whole got rid of the squat machines on Planet Fitness, so you can't do squats. Because when you do squats, when you do leg, like when you do really heavy, extensive leg workouts, you're gonna make noise.
you have
no joke, yeah. So they took them out because people were making noise, you know. Yeah.
It's supposed to be quiet when you work out.
Basically, yeah. They want you to be quiet. There's actually one video in there where there's a kid working out, and he's not being like obnoxiously loud. He's just like, And a lady actually walks up to him and says, "Like, I'm trying to work out. Could you be a little quiet?"
Mm-hmm.
It's like, the fuck are you talking about? This is a gym. You're not supposed to be comfortable in here working out. You're supposed to work out and make noise and go home.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually complains about, they're for a while now, they've been actually kicking people out, revoking memberships.
No, you know what they do. if you don't wanna, if you wanna cancel your membership, you can't do it like.
Oh no, you have to write a letter to the corporate.
Yeah.
And tell them, yeah.
Well, you either that or you have to go into the location wherever you signed up and do it in person.
Well, you could go in. Well, no, there's a really good one in there where it's a big guy. He's working out. I think it's a Planet Fitness.
Start throwing weights at people.
It's you know what, I know it's a Planet Fitness because when they tell him to leave, he throws the barbell at the glass, and he's throwing like garbage cans and things all around. The way out, everything he sees, he throws. And at the front door, he gets pissed off and picks up one of those hand chairs and tosses it across the room. And he walks out, and then the video ends. But if you look in the comments, it says, "That's how a boss leaves the gym every time." It's like, my workout is over.
This is one you're talking about. The ultimate warrior.
He's such an ass, daddy. The guy that's with him, like, can't stop laughing. I'll tell you, just look it up.
Call the cops on you.
Trolling Planet
Why?
Fitness is the best.
They don't really have any.
Well, and the weights are not what they say they are. Like, if you pick up the 20-pound weights, they're not really 20 pounds. They're made to be lighter.
Oh, really?
It's like it's just.
It sounds like it's a sham.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is. It is a shame.
It's weird because
It's all a fitness sham.
We went. What, like 2 years ago?
Most things in the fitness, like whatever, like I don't call it industry, but it's a sham. It's
Like, so you mean certain equipment and devices and stuff. Yeah.
Well, you see the new thing that they got
programs and all this shit.
Michael Hearn. First of all, how old is Michael Hearn? That dude's been around
It's
for
like 40.
You know who Michael Hearn is, right?
46.
Michael Hearn was he was a bodybuilder dude. He used to. He's like a good looking bodybuilder guy.
That show where they have like what the hell is it's kind of like I can't think of it.
I know that one.
Michael Hearn.
Like in
Mike
the
O'Hearn.
80s.
Yeah.
In the 80s.
Yeah, when I was,
He's 47.
is he? Because when I was a teenager, that dude was selling stuff in magazines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
How old are you?
43? But I remember him being like a full-grown fucking nigga. He was an old motherfucker. selling shit.
You made him sound like he's so old.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, if I go, I don't know, I probably do have old magazines in Mom's house, but if I go there and get an old one, you'll see this dude looks
like
exactly the
muscle,
same.
Muscle and Fitness. He
He was always on Muscle and
on a
Fitness.
TV show.
So he must have been eating algae
And he's
since
always-
he was born or something.
But he's always been selling shit. Like, you know the ab wheel?
American Gladiator.
Yes, he was American Gladiator. And he's selling one of those ab wheels now for like $1,000. You see it?
Yeah, that's a.
It's like the ab wheel with springs on it. What the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah, but he's selling that
I mean,
shit.
well,
on
those
board.
companies, what they do is, my understanding is what they do is they get like good-looking people to sell their product.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah.
what it is.
They did like
I
a whole
think
bullshit
that guy,
episode
That
about it.
Sean T guy.
Right.
That I believe Beachbody was the one that approached them. I mean, he was already doing his own thing. Like he was going to school for. He went to for dancing. He wanted to lose weight dancing, and then he just got into like I guess physical or whatever. But I know Beachbody had approached him for that stuff, and I guess he came up with his own shit.
I don't blame them. I mean, if they weren't willing to pay that amount of money to
That's what
sell a product.
That's the unwritten rule in business. If you're willing to get ripped off on it.
I'm willing to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, but yeah, they do really.
That's
well.
why I get that's why they haggle, right?
Yeah.
That's why they haggle and shit.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It's funny because I was told that one of my jobs, like in certain parts of the world, they still, if you don't haggle with people, like, what's wrong with you?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
like.
Oh yeah. That's people that's in
They
the-
look at you like, and then they're like, anybody
Yeah.
can sell you anything.
Yeah.
Middle
That's
East.
in them culturally. You know,
Mhm.
they look at you like, what's wrong with you? Well, not just Middle East. Like, I know from my son's mom's family, like Dominican, that's in them too. Like they haggle, like strong. Like they don't feel like if they bought something and they didn't haggle the price, they feel ripped off. And they'll bitch about it for fucking forever. They'll never go back to that store and buy or anything. So yeah, it's in a lot of cultures, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's just crazy.
So Michael Hearn is selling $1,000 ab wheel.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
what it is, it's a bar, kind of like a barbell, with wheels on the end.
Yeah, and they have like I guess like there's a spring to it.
So elastic.
When you wind up, like remember the old Evel Knievel?
It's called the
It brings you
frog.
back.
It's called the Frog.
Yeah, the frog.
The frog.
How dare they?
Frog protection.
Frog Fitness.
It's pretty. It's pretty. Oh, I looked into. Take us back to last podcast. I looked into.
Oh, this is not an ab. That's like a. That's not an ab wheel. It looks like.
In case you ever, I guess, need to go somewhere, you need to get there quickly. you
You know what it
roll
reminds me
yourself.
of? It reminds me of a newer version of, remember the old Bugs Bunny cartoon when they would be on the tracks and they'd be like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like you'd be ever in a
it's
hurry.
fucking crazy.
That's so retarded. How that-
It doesn't seem safe at all.
You could get the same exact benefit by doing
Planks.
mountain climbing.
But it's for obliques and stuff. That's what it is.
Bro, you could do just planks and do this. You know, do the same. It's the same shit, except you have the wheels and all that stuff. You could play with it.
Crazy.
You know why that would work? Because that's the same concept behind the Pilates, the reformer.
Yeah, that
You see
rubber
that-
band machine.
What you call it? Yeah, you see how it has springs and stuff. So you're using you're using your core. I mean, it's just funny. It's just to see it outside. Usually, it's a contraption that it's just you're in one spot, even though you're moving like
Right.
like flowing. So you
Well,
get
like
the benefit.
the Chuck
But
Norris.
this shit right here is just like, I don't know. It's like that's some shit that you see somebody in the street like.
And it's funny because remember when we were kids, they had these things for like karate people
Well,
like,
yeah,
to stretch your legs and stuff. And it was basically there was
that's
two
what
versions.
they have at those places. Those the reform place, called reformers. That you spin it and it's like
your legs open like that.
It was two versions. It was that one, which was the nice one that did it slowly, and there was another one which was basically 3 broomsticks on like a thing, and then you would pull one broomstick and the other broomstick would pull your legs out.
Yeah.
It's like, it's fucking weird, man.
Well, it's fine. Those things actually do work. I mean, I have a flex stretcher at home. It's not an actual like wood thing, but it's like a big thick rubber band, and then it has like the two like where you put your legs or your arms or whatever, and you just stretch.
Jackie Chan sold one well, Jackie Chan sold the band. Jackie Chan was one of the first people to sell the tension bands. I just got mine in the little box there. It came yesterday. But he was like the first one to sell those tension bands. Remember, they had like commercials for it and everything. The Jackie Chan bands. That was a while ago. I remember that. But there's something, all that shit they keep selling over and over, like the girdles that people are wearing. I remember my mom used to have those. Remember when we were little? She used to have the rubber ones, and
it's supposed to make you sweat.
We would play with them and they were like neoprene.
You would play with them?
Yeah, we would like wrap up the whole body, or take him and wrap him up in the neoprene.
Really?
It was crazy. Oh, you put it on and for some reason hit people with like wiffle ball bats because you can't feel it.
Yeah. You feel like you got.
It was retarded.
It's like a shield.
Yeah. From last week, I looked up Killer Mike and
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm kind of feeling his politics are, or they seem to be. Yes, this is good. Like he likes Bernie Sanders because Bernie Sanders stuff isn't. I'm gonna make this better for this group. It's more, we're gonna make it better for every group. Because if you make it better for one group and the other group doesn't get benefit of that, or they're not helped by it, it doesn't make any sense.
Correct.
Which I'm feeling it's okay. But the thing is, I don't know. They need to make a better way of these people actually getting out what they want done. Like these little verbs that they put out and their little the catchphrases, it doesn't really help anybody. You know, let's make America better. How? You know?
I just think that's just marketing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just to get people's
Like
attention,
really put
whatever
your shit out there.
I
I gotta tell you, I'm not happy with the whole Donald Trump thing, but I do like that he's fucking everything up. He really is like the bull in the china shop. Like he's fucking up. Every Republican dream that they had is just fucking down the drain. They don't know what the fuck to do. He's so far ahead right now, and I'm kind of feeling that. I like when you fuck shit up. You know, he's like really, you just want to see the world burn type shit.
You think?
Yes, he's fucking everything up.
What does he gain from it then?
He gains potentially becoming the president and doing whatever the fuck he wants to do. He also gains name recognition. This is the whole. Remember the whole. A couple of years ago, there was a whole stupid beef between 50 Cent and Big Fat Joe. Remember? But the whole beef boiled down to, look, Fat Joe's he's a well-known person, but he's regional. 50 Cent is everywhere, and that's what it comes down to. You want to be a person that's known locally, that's fine. But you want to go worldwide, that's a whole
so you're saying
different
that his reason of him being president is to be known worldwide.
It makes his name bigger. Like in New York and New Jersey, people know
it's expanding
Trump.
his brand.
Basically,
saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically, and also it changes politics. This is really people saying we're tired of you people, and you people being politicians coming out and telling us the same shit every time, the same way every time, and nothing gets done. You know what I mean? And it's nonsense. Like if you look at right now, they had the whole thing where this guy died, Scalia. The Supreme Court Justice. Yeah.
Okay.
And Obama's trying to nominate someone to put in there, and the Republicans are just straight out. And this is unconstitutional. They're not supposed to be allowed to do this. But they're straight out saying, look, whoever you put out there, we're going to ignore it. And it's just like, really? That's just and the person he's putting forward is a Republican. This is someone who would benefit them. And just to be fucking assholes, they're saying we're not gonna even look into your shit. And it's wrong. And that's why I think that's what most people are tired of these politicians and to a smaller extent local politicians and local people in office just saying we're gonna do whatever the fuck we want to do, and you people are just gonna pay for it, and whatever happens happens. People are tired. So you get somebody like Bernie Sanders that's saying maybe he's gonna change that up, or somebody like Donald Trump who's just saying I really don't give a fuck how you do things. I'm gonna do things the way I do things, and it changes things. The whole system, I'm telling you, the whole Republican system is fucked up right now. They had a plan. We were gonna bring these bunch of people out here, and it was supposed to be Bush and like Rubio at the end, and whoever they like more would have got the nomination, and that person would have went across and would have, you know, went against Hillary, and they would have, and you know, the best person would have won, and or Bush would have stolen it again. But right now, Bush is out. He's quit. These people, I think Ted Cruz quit, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think Ted Cruz quit. I think Marco Rubio's still in it. And I think, wait a minute. Marco Rubio quit. Ted Cruz is the Cuban. Ted Cruz is still in it. And Carson is still in it. Just to be an asshole.
I was about to say why.
Because he's just being a fucking prick. He really is.
He's just chill. He's just
he don't give a fuck because it's his money. Because he's using his own money.
Oh.
So he don't give a
shit. Yeah.
Shit, he don't fucking care. He got excess money. He don't care. So, and remember, the people that
he's
bow,
using his time as a sabbatical.
Yeah, probably. The people that bow out early are really people that are saying, I'm not going to make this too hard for whoever the winner is, because maybe I'll get hit up for a vice president. That's usually what happens. But Trump is fucking shit up. He really is. And it's hilarious to see. Because nobody knows what to do. They don't know what to do. They don't know. And at this point, they can't say. He has, for Nevada, he got 45% of the vote. And that's 45% between 4 people. That's a lot.
We'll soon see.
So we're gonna have to see what happens with that shit. We were talking about earlier there's a channel on YouTube. It's what's it called? Street Beefs.
Oh yeah, the Street Beefs.
And it's basically people. I'm imagining it somewhere in Florida. And it's guys in some neighborhood that have a beef, and what they do is instead of fighting on the street, they get together in somebody's backyard and they fight. But I'm gonna go out there and say at some point this is probably gonna wind up on the news, because these people, there's first of all, the guy who referees these things doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, he don't know how to referee.
He really doesn't know how to referee. These people are going down, and these knockouts have people like shaking, legs shaking, arms shaking. They're going down stiff, which says concussion. Like when you go down stiff and your arms and legs are shaking.
No, it's just that's a knockout.
That's a concussion. That's a concussion.
No, concussion is like when your brain
Yeah, but it's a neurological response. You're not supposed to shake like that when you get.
Some people do the snoring thing.
Oh, without her sleep, that's different.
No, but they're saying like a
getting knocked out in a fight is not a natural state, and especially when you're having a neurological response, you're not gonna. I don't know. Somebody's gonna die.
Yeah.
There's one in the Bronx, like not far from here.
There used to be, when I was younger, there used to be the stuff around here all the time.
They're on Vice. Like they had a spotlight on Vice Sports. It's called Bronx Fight Club. Like
Okay.
they
had the
Darrow's. You know.
Oh yeah. I know. Yeah, but I think they shut him down. I think they shut down his gyms.
The big one.
Okay, because yeah, they used to do that a lot down here when it was like dump back in the area, like the Soundview Park area. It used to be like old dumps and stuff, and they used to go back there and fight, and people would bet and make money.
Did they call it as neighborhood boxing, or is it?
No, it's just fighting, street fighting out there in the street.
There
was no real rules to it. It was just You fight.
Well, this is there's more rules. Like they actually know how to fight. The referees good.
These guys, the street beef guys.
No, the fight. The
Oh no, yeah,
Bronx,
yeah, no.
Bronx,
Well, years ago they had the Dog Brothers, which was good. The Dog Brothers, where they set up, but it wasn't regular fights. It was like stick fights, and they were fighting. But it was brutal. You fucking get hurt. You know what you're doing. And I know after they had something on the Esquire channel. It was a show where after the Fight Club movie came out, they started bringing out all these like fight clubs. People started making fight clubs. And remember Girl Fight, that movie?
Yeah, that was actually good.
Yeah, people started doing that.
That was the first movie that what's her name was in, Michelle.
Yeah. Yeah. And my man from Panama. What's his name? Damn, what was like?
But the one in Vice, it just seems like mad people go to this. It's not like it's like it doesn't seem.
Yeah,
It's like they advertise it, but I guess word of mouth or something?
not really. Yeah, it's like word of mouth because
it's like the dog fight
It's
thing.
not legal.
Yeah, because New York State MMA is not legal. So what happens is they have a lot of these little underground things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I was working in the post office, the guys used to go to this one where it was like kickboxing and boxing and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it was in the gym, and what they did was they put it as amateur fights, like some kind of loophole where if you advertise it as an amateur fight or something like that, they can't really shut you down. Like as long as nobody's making money. The second somebody's making money, then it becomes a problem.
Okay.
You know, when people want their cut. Bitch better have my money. But yeah, I can see where it's happening. But I didn't know they were doing it here. But
Yeah, I saw on Vice.
There's a new Vice show coming.
Yeah, on Fridays at 11 o'clock.
No, I mean to like a new channel and everything.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit, they were talking about assisted suicide.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Assisted suicide.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new one.
Well, no, they've been fighting that for a while.
Yeah, for people who are like, who
It
are
should be
dying of
legal.
like
Oh yeah,
illnesses
but that's not
and
really
things like
suicide.
that.
That's like what do you call it?
Like the Kevorkian.
Yeah, they call it. I mean,
Euthanasia.
it's euthanasia.
Euthanasia.
Is it euthanasia?
Yeah. Every time I say it, I think of the little, it makes me think of, the little kid in Boogie Nights throwing the firecrackers up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Little Asian boy. Vic Springfield is my friend.
No, but they were talking about euthanasia. But anyway, but they actually not only for just like people who are with terminal illnesses, but people who are also with like depression, people who suffer from post-traumatic stress syndrome, and like this one woman that she aired her her shit on air. She always just wanted to die. She was just a depressed and it's funny because her children.
They want her to die too.
They're gonna know. The children agree that their mom always thought like that, and they, and because of it, they have a, I guess they have a weird relationship with her. But I mean, they put it this way: what she's saying is not something that just happened over, the past few years. This is something that she was already, has dealt with her whole life.
But what if it's something that the whole thing with that is like a lot of times when the psychological is becomes like a chemical imbalance or. I don't know. I mean, I understand this.
If someone is miserable and has been miserable their whole life, and you know what I mean. All right, so they see specialists, and all right, the specialists agree they've just been miserable their whole life, and something that they want to be put out of their misery. Shouldn't they be allowed to be put out of their misery? If they want to, they voluntarily.
And they're miserable.
You have to. It's an interesting. It's an interesting.
Keep suffering. They're miserable anyway.
That
whole thing with Did you see The Forest?
No, I haven't seen it.
Well, the whole thing, they have a whole thing where in Japan, like the safaris go there to commit suicide. But it's been used to like the forest used to be used for like if you didn't have enough money to support all your kids.
Drop them off.
Yeah, you would drop them off in the forest, and whatever happened would happen, and it made life easier for people. But once it became like they've been using for suicide for years, like hundreds of years. And the reason you never really hear about it, never really heard about it until now is because in Japan suicide is
frowned upon.
Well, it's considered weak. You know what I mean? You suffer like everybody else suffers. And they don't really talk about it. Unless, of course, it's like a sepulchral type thing. And that's a whole different story. But even then, you're kind of disregarded. You know what I mean? You're not really... if you weren't able to make it, they don't really pay you any mind when it comes to anything else.
Well, that's because of their
In
culture.
Japan,
They're culturally like that, but I'm talking about, I guess, in the Netherlands or whatever, they've actually, like I said, this woman on Vice or whatever,
Right.
I don't know, it's an interesting question, because if you psychologically, not for nothing, it doesn't matter, chemical imbalance or not, no matter what the fuck you take, if it doesn't work, it doesn't fucking work. And you're still off anyway, and if you don't really want to be here, shouldn't you have that right to just be like, you know what I mean, fuck it. If I could, you know what's so funny? I would say watch it because maybe I'm not giving it. I feel like I'm not giving it because in all fairness, it was late last night and I was like watching it, trying to like half-ass fall asleep. But I thought it was an interesting topic because the thing is, we talk about people with terminal illnesses. They're eventually going to die. And when you see people wither away like that, like I've been in hospice, and you know what I mean. Not for nothing. If somebody was just like, please me home,
sometimes best to let them go. You know what I mean?
Like,
because they really can. You can be fucking dead, and they can put you on a machine and keep you alive for a
For what? I mean, if you're not coming
but
back
I'm saying
from
they can. Because I know our great grandmother, she was old, and she had a DNR. And right at the last minute, they overrode it, and they put her on the machine with the thing, and they kept her alive for like another.
Well, you know what just came to mind. In Southbound, in that movie, in one of the fucking, because it's 5 stories in one. Did you see Southbound? It's 5 stories, and they all intertwine each other. Well, this one story, this guy went out of his way to fucking go save. I don't know who it was. To save this. To save this person.
That was her sister.
Well, she didn't want to be saved, and not for nothing. I kind of was like.
She was chilling, like doing tattoos.
Yeah, she was chilling in God knows wherever, some alternate whatever. She was happy doing her thing. Yeah. That she was. I mean, when she saw him, it wasn't like, "What are you doing here?" She was like, no, she was happy to see him, but she was like, "Wait, you shouldn't be here." No, I'm not going nowhere. I don't want to go, and he was just like making her go against her will.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like what if a person doesn't want to? I'm not saying go ahead, kill. If I want to die, because people say stupid shit, without thinking. Yeah. But I'm saying someone who's really thought this out. That's someone that does not want to come back from this. That's something interesting. I feel like
yeah, but there's other factors like you brought.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Watch it.
Yeah,
because they talk about all the other. They talk about the Netherlands and talk about other countries that have that in place. And even there's certain states here. I think they only do it for people terminally ill.
Yeah, they do so.
But other people are fighting against.
Yes, they want to keep you alive.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, the same people that just made what state it is in Michigan. They just made it illegal for sodomy and basically oral and anal sex again is illegal.
I said yes, sodomy and anal.
Yeah, you can't have clean water, but God forbid, you eat a dick or take it in the ass, they're gonna put you in jail. And they're still states.
And how are they gonna prove that?
I have no idea. But they smell your mouth. It smells like hot dog water. I don't know. But there are states in the United States of America in 2016 where if you take it in the booty hole, they're going to fucking try and put you in jail. But in these same states, they don't bother to take the lead out of your water or anything like that.
I don't understand why the government. I feel like religion, first of all, has nothing to do with government. Religion should stay the fuck out of it.
Not supposed to.
Be happy that you're able to fucking practice and preach whatever the fuck it is that you believe in or whatever. Just keep it out of fucking. Because what's good for you may not be necessarily good for not everybody thinks like that, clearly.
Yeah.
So, laws in place should just be for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
That's
they should stay out of your asshole.
Yeah.
They should stay out of your asshole.
Yeah.
Stay out of your mouth. Like that has nothing to do with anything.
There should be nothing. It should have nothing to do with abortions. There should be no laws.
Yeah, like
nothing to do with abortion shit.
Because it offends the religious folk.
Yeah,
but something, there's there's people who are desperate, They talk about the abortion clinics and how they're closing them all down, and then because they have like this stupid stipulation that it has to be kind of like the hallways have to be certain wide. It has to have certain standards that like other facilities to take in or something like that, which is ridiculous. And then another one is that they can't be within 200 feet or something like that of a school or a church or. I'm like, something seriously, you know what I mean? And then they were talking. This woman, she was talking about at her facility. She had to turn her away.
Yeah.
She came from some other state, and she was like, this woman will never. She was the only way she can go get an abortion is if she went down to Mexico, and she would have to pay like $5,000, and that's not even including her trip or anything. You know what I mean? And that's not going to happen. And it's so funny because she even said that this is a worker at this facility. She said that a woman said to her, "Well, I can't do that. I can't get down there. So this is what I have in my kitchen. What can I do?" You know what I mean? Like that's some bullshit right there. Like you know what I mean? That because. That has nothing to do with religion. Let me tell you something.
Well,
if you're a parish or whatever, and that's not conducive to your beliefs or whatever, and somebody in your parish gets pregnant, then you deal with Becky accordingly in your whatever. But don't you know what I mean? Don't
they're not
fucking.
supposed to have. The problem is that these evangelical groups they get together and they put money into these politicians, into their runs for president.
Yeah, so that way they can politic their view, whatever to get shit in place. That's it.
Have you seen the commercials for that guy he's making an ark? Have you seen these commercials yet? This dude's actually making an ark.
Is it a commercial?
It's a commercial though, right?
It's a commercial like come to Arkland or something, so you can see this guy that's building a new ark.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, the actual commercials for some dude that's building an ark.
Arkland?
I think it's Arkland or let's look. Just look up. Ark. Ark Amusement Park or what the fuck? And it's funny because all this shit it's just really fucking surreal. There's supposed to be a clear.
It's called Ark Encounter.
Is that what it is?
Where is this place?
Where? It sounds like a place where all things.
Times Square? What? No.
No.
Times Square is that's
the other one.
Museum of Sex.
Not anymore. They cleaned that shit up.
No, there's actually like MoMA. There's a museum of something sex
in Times Square.
I don't know if it's Times Square, but
no, it's not Times Square. It's on 5th Avenue and 20-something Street, 28th Street, whatever. So basically, it talks about it talks about like the whole history, like different cultures and stuff like that. I know they change up the exhibits and stuff. I know there's like a big booby room. Talk about like pornography. They talk about
this wonderful place. What?
It's not as wonderful. Most people think it's like it's just
Yeah, the advertisements make it seem one way.
The history of peep shows. What? I want to see this.
Yeah, how they talk about Times Square.
And then the door closes on your arm, like in the old days.
Some bullshit like that. They talk about those girls, I forgot what they call the burlesque chicks.
Yes.
They talk about the history of burlesque and how how deviated and it's gone into stripping. Talk about graphic novels, pictures.
Burlesque has come back
all sorts of history of dildos, histories of other contraptions that they've done in throughout the centuries that they used to use for sex and all that. Okay. It's alright.
This is not making me want to go any less though. Live from the Sex Museum. I can get an hour of content out of the Sex Museum, I think. It's like that one in Denmark, the Dick Museum. Have you ever seen that?
No.
People all around the country, they wanted a person of every race to donate their penis after they died, and people were doing it, and it has all different kinds and jars and stuff. Yeah. You know, it's real. They have the world's largest and then the world's smallest, like the blue whale one, and all kinds of
Alright, so this Ark Encounter is somewhere past Ohio, past Cincinnati.
Of course it is.
somewhere. I guess Kentucky.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah, because Indiana.
Terrible. I can't imagine wanting anything to do with a fucking ark. Really? An ark? Stupid asses.
Boarding passes. Explore the Ark. Are there pictures of this Ark?
I was watching in did you know that Beyond Science channel? Have you ever seen it? Mike Chen. He does he was talking about
looking.
It's just a Chinese guy.
On
He
YouTube?
talks about he talks
yeah.
about like science and shit, like weird discoveries.
Sometimes he does like kung fu stuff.
I don't know about the kung fu stuff, but he was talking about like how they found the cuneiform tablet.
Yeah.
And they had like advanced mathematics, like calculus on the tablet, like calculus formulas of how to like calculate the distance, because the way we calculate the distance between planets in this solar system and planets in another solar system is not the way people think that they calculate it. The way they calculate it is by you have to determine what gases will be on the planet and then how the light from that sun passes through the gases that are on that planet. And that tells you like how far away they are, and like people didn't know this. And on those tablets, like this was figured out like in 13 something here, but they're saying the tablets, which are like way older than that, actually have the calculations written on the cuneiform. So like, it goes back to that whole thing where we've forgotten way more than we know right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that.
So in other words, we're relearning everything we forgot.
Yeah. Basically, we've known all this shit before. It's just coming back to us now, you know. It's funny because there must have been something really fucked up that happened at some point. Where everybody just went back to the Stone Age.
Donald Trump.
Started over.
Donald Trump getting elected.
And restarted over and shit. Is it like there was a Mayan Donald Trump that blew everything up?
Oh, yeah, well, explain all the gold.
Yeah, he took all the gold with him.
Yeah, right.
But yeah.
So now there's going to be little Trump over the White House and gold letters.
It explains a lot.
It'd be gold leafing throughout the White House.
Oh, that shit was hilarious. But yeah. They talk about how, you know, they're finding these things and they're so goddamn old, but like it's coming back now.
Mm-hmm.
And people always think, you know, because now they're saying that, they said for a while that, remember it was Christopher Columbus discovered America.
He didn't.
He discovered the Caribbean anyway.
He didn't.
And then, well, he ran into the Caribbean and he killed everybody. And then they were saying how the Vikings used to come here, which Vikings just came here all the time. They had settlements here. And then they talk about how, I know the Japanese and the Chinese used to regularly visit the west coast of, like Chile, the west coast of South America, because they've done the genetic tests and found there's like Chinese genetics in there and everything. It's all mixed. And now they're saying that the Greeks were coming here way longer. But everybody, it's funny because people know that already, but for some reason they make these announcements
It
like
seems
it's
like
new.
at a certain point everybody kind of made their way
I mean,
around.
yeah, of course, yeah. It was because it was all
people
about
were shuffled,
trade and shit.
right?
Yeah.
People were
They have the Chinese, like there's a Chinese map, and it's older than any map that they have, and it actually shows, it doesn't show the inland, like the map is not, it's not a map of the inland, it's a map of the coast, it's a nautical map that shows the exact outline of the coast, and then it shows animals you'll find if you stop. Like it'll have this area and a wolf, or in this area and bears, or this area and like jaguars. You know, and then it shows, and it's funny because the map that they have shows all of South America and some of whatever is down the south that's not there, like whatever's covered by ice. It has a little bit of an outline of that, so they actually, I guess they went down there a little bit. And
You're
checked
talking about
it
this
out.
Asian map that you're talking about.
Yeah. It's a, if you look it up, just look at, really, it's just the oldest Asian seafarer map. It's funny because the guy.
I'm looking up oldest
You know what they
Asian,
did in the olden times in Chinese especially?
olden Asian map?
Yeah. Asian nautical map. In the old Chinese culture, what they did was they had the eunuchs who basically, they were important because they would be used to do things like explore and find shit because they didn't have family that would miss them and they didn't have kids. or heirs that they had to continue because they were eunuchs. So they would take them and send them out on important shit like mapping fucking the world. And if you came back, you came back, and if you didn't, oh well. And this dude was like crazy fucking famous because this is what he did.
A bunch of them come up. Well, what was I gonna say? Oh, when I was in Mexico, like I did that Yucatan thing, and I went, canoeing through the canals. So they, they used to, those canals they did themselves, like, and they go all around, like Guatemala, and different stops along the way. Remember I told you that certain stops that they would trade copal, certain stops it would be honey, other stops would be wood, and they would go and go out for like I think like not day, like more than days, but they would go traveling around and spend
it was
like
a set,
day,
like a set track to go.
The canals and stuff like that.
They showed that in the Ancient Alien show. But they have, because they have maps of the day, and it's funny because it's set up kind of like it's set up in like circular. So the whole trail of it like it tells you where they go and when they would be there and how they would get there.
Is it possible?
it's aliens.
Hmm?
and it shows like how they went there. They showed how the one of their main exports was that rubber, and it's the same rubber that they make the gum out of.
Mm-hmm. And also supposed to give them energy. It was supposed to be like some type of like a stimulant.
Yeah. It had like a really high. Not caffeine, but it was something else.
I don't know what it was, but it was used also as like for energy because they would be out fucking trekking and shit, and then also they used to patch up the holes in the thing.
Yeah.
That's when I learned from my Mayan tour guide. He was really nice. He was really, really nice.
They'll have the razor blade just like cut it up.
Did he have razor blades to cut up the gum?
Yeah. The fossil delivery. Get past that blood barrier. You'll be all good. It's funny, I would believe that whole ancient alien shit, I would believe it way before I fucking believe the whole angels, demons shit.
Yeah, see, they would go.
It's just a different word for the same.
Yeah, well, they say that if you read the Bible and all that shit in its original form, there's a lot of stuff that's been added that isn't in there. Like they never say the angels had wings.
So basically, they will
go.
The first translation was in Greek, right?
No.
Of the Bible.
No, it's not. It's in
Alright, so these people will go all around. They will go down here. They will go all around.
No, the first translation.
No, it was not. It was in Latin because they took it from the Hebrew, and the church translated it. It was the Latins did it first.
Yeah, I mean that's what because the Greeks spoke Latin.
No, Latin spoke. And it was a lot. There's a lot of misunderstanding that went into the translations that people take as fact today. Like the angels had wings and this and that, and none of that shit was in the Bible. It's not there. They were just beings from the sky. They came down from the sky. They didn't float down.
Wasn't that what they were saying that some of the angels were considered aliens or some shit like that?
That's what the whole ancient alien thing is about. It's about if you take out the misinterpretations of the Bible, they're literally saying, like if you take the Bible literally, they are saying that people came out of the skies and came and taught us stuff, and they taught stuff, they gave you rules, they told you what to do, and then at some point they went away. That's basically what they're saying. And that's if you take it literally. But if you add all the wings and the special halos and all that stuff, then
but wait, they feared that as gods, right? Some of them.
They don't ever call them gods, though. No, they're not ever called gods.
I forgot that whole Mayan shit. Other than.
And they also, like, every religion is like that. They talk about the Indian religion and how they talk about people flying and fucking laser battles and crazy shit going on, and how all their temples look like spaceships. And there's a whole bunch of shit that goes into it. I'd rather believe that than just everything came out of nothing. It makes more sense that we were seeded here from somewhere else and life just took off. And They jump to the next spot and seeded that spot too, just in case, and then life takes off there. Sometimes it takes and sometimes it doesn't. You know, it makes more sense. Because this shit don't just happen by mistake, and it don't just happen in one place. There's no. They say that's how mushrooms came to this planet too. Mushrooms came down.
Yeah, you guys were saying last week that it's from space, and then
yeah,
the other stuff, the ayahuasca is like from the earth. That's where you see the blue goddess.
Yeah. Still, we no luck in finding the DMT. I want to do I'm gonna order.
You could order the seeds.
What?
Have you ordered? Have
on
you
Amazon?
Where?
I'm
pretty sure.
Actually, you can.
On Amazon?
But it is not.
The chia seeds, probably.
No. But in the Caribbean, the like Puerto Rico, Cuba, like the Taino Indians, that there's a seed. It's called yopo, and they fry it or burn it and then chop it up and mix it with some and then sniff it. It's DMT.
Well, there's also stuff in the IFA and all that stuff that they give you.
Yeah.
Like that last summer that I had, I don't know what they gave the other people, but I'm pretty sure it has some kind of effect. And there's also those the Palero ceremonies where they open up the thing and everybody's like, oh,
Yeah.
it's like you can smell it so strong that it does something to you before you even drink it. So I'm pretty sure they use that stuff in a lot of different rituals. Have you heard of flavor tripping?
No.
I was telling you about it the other day. It's there's a berry. It's called the miracle fruit. And it's a little tiny berry, and they have like you can get the berry itself, or you can get like little tablets that are like the berry powder, and you suck on them, and then you eat other fruits, and that berry makes the taste buds in your thing and your tongue register the other fruits. Like it'll make like grapefruit register sweet. Certain things that are supposed to be spicy will register as not, as not spicy. I want to give it a try. Like maybe get some lemons and make grapefruit and try it out. It sounds interesting. And the DMT thing, gotta find some DMT.
On Amazon?
No.
I'm pretty sure we can't find the DMT. Man.
You can. eBay.
We can YouTube it.
eBay.
eBay?
Should I order it?
No.
Not from eBay.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying not from eBay, but I'm just asking, do you want me to order it?
Not from eBay, and not. I am not requesting ordering of anything.
The date is, what is it, February? Whatever
Look,
the
we
time is now.
didn't say a date.
Did we say?
I am not saying a date.
No, but
I'm just talking shit, so if we get pulled in or
in
whatever,
the Tainos, they call it cahoba something, but the actual seeds are it's called yopo, and then something like a lot of cultures do that.
Well,
like
in Peru they have the one that they make out of the spit. Would you drink that?
What?
What?
It's a brew that's made out of the spit.
Of what?
It's fermented fruit, and the person that's making it has to spit into it. But it's not regular spit. It's like the gooey spit.
What do we spit?
I don't know about that.
It's like they hack like gooey ones into the joint.
I don't know. They do the cactus thing.
Aloe. I tried to drink aloe one time, and I kind of threw up. The texture of it kind of fucked me up.
Yeah,
From aloe?
Yeah. Like I bought the actual aloe drink, and then one time I tried it with aloe with yogurt, and that one didn't sit well either.
you get the actual aloe
Plant. It's too the texture.
It just, I mean, the texture.
It's,
No,
it's
you-
the,
no,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
it's the
yeah.
smell. I just think that the smell is just a bit,
The smell is very.
it smells like wet
Wet, yes.
damp cloth or damp towels or
Yeah,
some shit
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
But when you get like if you get a good piece of aloe and you squeeze it out, it's a very viscous, stretchy. Like you get the feeling like it's getting stuck halfway down your throat and halfway in your mouth. Yeah, it's not. I'm not cool. I don't like that.
Oh, she's further.
What's that?
I'm trying. A friend of mine is staying at a hotel in Tulum, so she was like, "Where were you?" And I was like, "I think our hotel is further down from me." It says here 11 minutes by car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see if she walks.
It's supposed to be nice down there right now too, right? It's probably like perfect weather. Cause here it's like here is nice. I mean, it's windy and shit, but it's not like fucking.
What are you talking about? Let me tell you, there will always be perfect weather down there. It doesn't matter. This shit here.
Not always. Not during El Nino.
You know what I mean?
That's out.
Yeah, no. Well, I was down there. I went down there. What, like end of October, whatever. Yo, ever since then, I've been looking at pictures. It's been sunny every goddamn day. So the weather is perfect down there.
You gotta stop. You're looking at pictures. The sad music comes up. There's a new movie coming out. It's called Yosemite, and it looks like a sequel to. Did you ever see the James Franco Palo Alto?
No.
It was the one based on the book that he wrote. No. Well, it looks like it's a sequel to that. It's called Yosemite.
I saw
He's in it again.
100 Hours, where he's stuck in the canyon.
Oh, the
He has to hack off
128
his-
hours. Yeah, man, wasn't. He's done. Did you see the other one? The night before.
The night before.
The one, the Christmas one.
Oh, it's alright. Not a bad
funny.
watch.
Yeah, it's funny.
I mean,
He's good in it.
There's other shit to do.
look, I threw the little man on the scene and look where it landed in the water. Yay!
Wow. Somebody's dreaming of vacations already.
Gotta get out of here. Yeah. Oh, so okay, where she's staying is really nice, but it's a bit more pricier. Yeah, they wanted to charge her like 300 something for a room. I'm like, that's crazy. Fuck out of here.
For a room?
For how long?
For how long? One night.
Yeah, one night.
Jesus Christ. No. I'll tell you, if I'm going to Mexico, you want to go to San Montenegro.
Who?
That's the town from that he goes to in the Shawshank Redemption. Remember? He doesn't go to the rock fields in Maine that looks like a storybook thing, and look under a tree, and he finds a lunchbox, and he goes to San Montenegro. What are you doing? She's dreaming now. Look, see, somebody needs a vacation. I would love to take one of those cruises where you go up north and you see like what's left of the glaciers before they all melt and like all the whales die and shit.
New York is.
Because that's where we're going right now. Did you see there was a thing, I think it was last week, where a dolphin washed up on a beach, and it was a baby dolphin. Instead of putting the dolphin back in the water, people were taking selfies with it and passing it around.
And it died.
And it wound up dying. And this is ridiculous. And then it showed, like, I saw it.
Nobody bothered to put the damn.
Nobody. And somebody drew something where it was a guy underwater and the dolphins are taking selfies with the guy and he's just drowning in the water.
Didn't I send it one? Oh no, I sent it to my sister because she has to take a picture with dolphins. That the dolphins grab, what if dolphins took selfies with humans? You see the human turning all purple and shit. And
that was based on the thing that's fucked up. I mean, the guys.
Well, speaking of that, they used to have that for like the slave, like the Africans over here, the farms, not farms, zoos.
Oh yeah, you don't know that's a film. Do you know
up until the 30s?
In Benjamin Button, the little guy, the pygmy guy that he meets, that works on that's based on a real thing. Yeah, like he would go and they would pay him to be in the zoo and he would act like a savage and he had his teeth filed and shit. But it wasn't really based on any real thing. It was just they made him look as savage as he could. That's what I was telling you the other day. Like, I don't believe anymore. Like, when they talk about the Mayans were this savage race of people that drank blood and sacrificed this and did this.
But that sounds. I mean, for somebody to say that sounds very extreme.
It does. I don't believe it. I don't believe that a civilization that basically.
I never believed that.
No, that basically built a kingdom that spanned from like Upper Texas all the way through South America and is still standing to this day. I don't believe that they were like it couldn't happen. It doesn't make any sense. and it's the same thing they said about the Africans. Oh, they're these vicious animals that they do this and they do that. So it's okay if we do this and do that to them. It's like, really?
Actually, like the castles they have like in England and all that shit. They got that from Africa.
And the thing is, it's funny
Those
because
kind of
those castles, you see the castles in movies and stuff, and they look like amazing. But when they show you what the castles actually look like inside, it's not that impressive. It's kind of shitty. Like, they have those African buildings in Ethiopia in the time where they say that the Ark is supposed to be, where it's an entire city built basically into the ground because it's too hot.
Wait, the Ark is where? I thought it was in Turkey.
They say it's in Ethiopia. There's an Ethiopian village where they say that it's there. And there's an entire city, and it's built basically, it's carved into the granite underground because, of course, it's cooler down there. So, and instead of building above ground, they build below ground, but they're buildings, like functional, actual buildings down there. And those look way better than the fucking castles that they built up here. Like, those castles are supposed to be cold and drafty. They say those people die all the time due to, like, exposure and shit. Because living inside a rock house in a climate that basically equates to what we have, like, nowadays in New York, in the middle of winter, I mean, you're gonna fucking die. There's no warmth in that. I mean, stone is just, it's fucking cold.
Well, that's why they had
warming
those
nature to it.
tapestries, they had those drapes and all those
Yeah,
everything
that's
and
later
stuff
on,
because
though.
that's that stuff that kept everything out.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's
sure
true.
they had something,
But they died of some nasty shit like consumption and the shit you don't even hear about it anymore. Imagine like the animals that lived in those houses, there was no lighting. But it's funny because they look beautiful.
You're like you have to go through it.
Beautiful. No, I'm just saying, it sucks because I know I grew up fucking reading all those books and all that, all that mythology shit, and like things sound fucking fantastic, and then when you see the shit, you're like, wow, that's what they really live like? That's kind of fucked up. Damn, you feel, no wonder they were killing each other and shit. I'd be fucking angry too. You live in a cave? Damn, this cave is warm. I'm gonna kill you. Work for me in my courthouse. Fuck that shit. Yeah, let's start wrapping shit up. At some point during the week, I don't know if you're gonna come, but I'm gonna try to get together with him because we're gonna try to do like a live broadcast on that other software that I use for the games. Mm-hmm. I have no idea how to work it with a video camera. And if we can work that with a video camera instead of having to record it and then edit it and then send it in, is better because it takes forever to upload these videos on YouTube. Forever. It takes like, if I do like titles and everything and I'm done, I'll be done like 15, 20 minutes, right? And then I start uploading it, it won't be finished uploading until tomorrow, like around 12. It takes forever. Time's moving. So I'm trying to find like an easier way to do that. And with the OBS, I know that I can do like an hour broadcast and the OBS will upload it. I think it's at least 1080p and it'll upload it about a half an hour after we're done. So I want to see if I can try and do that using the other thing. Also, there's a way to do, I don't know about the quality of the cameras in these things.
They're not good.
Oh, they're not?
And what things?
In the laptops.
The laptops. Not.
Because that's a way using regular cams. You can just use that and switch between different cams and also do it that way too. But I don't know. I have to look into it. But we'll sign off for now. Thanks for listening. I don't even remember what the hell we talked about. We will.
Random.
Yeah, it was not random today.
Well, check out the Vice thing with the euthanasia thing.
What is it called?
Vice.
I have to look at it. I haven't.
The episode.
Oh, it was the last one that was on HBO.
Oh, they're still. Oh, see, because I've been watching Vice on YouTube. I didn't know they were still giving HBO.
Yeah, the new season started like last month.
Yeah, that's when you said the new one. I was like, oh, Friday at 11.
No. They're supposed to be putting shows. They're supposed to be getting a channel, like some kind of channel, girl. Because I was watching the Joe Rogan interview with Action Bronson because he has a cooking show for Vice, and he was talking about them getting their own channel. So I need to see.
There's actually a new Vice thing. I don't know if it's gonna be on the HBO one.
Yeah.
But it's about it's the Brotherhood of the Sunshine, some shit. It's about like surfers and brought the like marijuana and shit like.
Oh, they made a movie about that. A couple of movies.
Okay, it's called The Right to Die.
Right to Die.
The Right to Die.
That's actually good.
All right, we'll sign off for now. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks and subscribe.
No, that